Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I'm here today for my first ever Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra reveals and update video. Let's talk about the new upcoming Dragon Ball game. I'm so excited for this, man. The new title and everything, the logo, it looks sick. The graphics on this game look amazing, and we already have seen this game before, right? It's, you know, Project Multi. This was Project Multi that was revealed as an upcoming game last year. It was a little beta, a very short beta. This was probably around like late August to early September. We didn't have a long time to play it, but from what I personally played and from the experience of other people, everybody liked it. I would have to say that a lot of people liked it. For those of you that like this type of game, and if you just like Dragon Ball, I would give this a chance. So the information that we have for today is there was a new trailer that dropped yesterday, as you guys know. We also have a network test, aka a new beta, okay, with the official title. There's going to be new characters. They cleaned up and polished stuff up from all the feedback that was given via like the first like little beta that they did from what people tried out, and we're gonna go over the dates of it, how to sign up for it. We're gonna break down the trailer. We're gonna go over all the characters and just everything that you need to know, because yesterday was crazy. Okay, can I just say yesterday was insane? Other than this reveal, which like I said we're gonna focus on, we had a new Marvel Fighters game, basically, you know, a new Marvel game that is a fighting based game. It's a 4v4, which is also this game as well. This is also a 4v4. Lots of 4v4s going on, but that one is by Arc System Works. Okay, it looks glorious, it looks beautiful. I think that game is going to be one of the most successful fighting games out there, just because it is Marvel. And we also have the Switch 2 that released yesterday. A lot of y'all are probably playing it, and this does relate to the Nintendo Switch, because guess what? This is going to be on all consoles. That was the biggest news that we did receive from yesterday that I kind of wasn't expecting. I was expecting at the least they would do a Nintendo Switch, you know, drop, right? It would be on Switch, but it's also coming to PS4 and PS5. Now, here's the crazy thing that I didn't even notice. It's not on Xbox. I don't know if it's going to be on Xbox at a later date or what, but I don't know. I wonder if it has to do with crossplay and how Xbox and, you know, PlayStation handle things. I guess they just don't really like to do that too often. I don't know. I don't play too many games that even have crossplay. So a Dragon Ball game with crossplay and cross-save at launch on pretty much all consoles except for Xbox is a massive W. I know it's an L for people that, you know, have Xbox and, you know, like Xbox, but let's be real, most people play on PlayStation or PC, and you can also play this on mobile as well, okay? This is basically Pokemon Unite, but you can play it on literally pretty much every console, right? For the most part, except for Xbox. So the network test will begin on the 11th. That's in like 5 or 6 days from now. It's very soon, okay? It's going to be next week on a Wednesday. Available simultaneously on all the following platforms. So we don't have to wait for it to be on a different platform. But we're going to be able to try this out, the beta, on the App Store. So Android, you have Google Play, or sorry, App Store is iPhone. I'm stupid. Google Play is Android. PlayStation 4 and 5, right? Which, again, cross-platform on that is crazy, dude. Nintendo Switch, which your Switch 2, I'm pretty sure you can download this on the Switch 2 as well, so you'll be able to play this, hopefully in better graphics and stuff. I don't know. They haven't really specified or clarified exactly. We'll go over that because they have all the, I guess, like, graphical shit that we can go over, like the specs. And then, of course, Steam, which we already knew was initially on it, right? So this is going to be lasting until June 16th. I guess it would be the 15th. It's all time zone dependent, right? Now 6 o'clock to 5:59 UTC. I did the time conversion on that, and you can correct me if I am wrong, but for me, that would be CST time. It's going to be 1 a.m. Now, I think that's stupid. I'm obviously not going to wait, you know, stay up until 1 a.m. just to play this, right? I'll play it whenever I wake up, right? That day. I'm pretty excited for the game, but I'm not that excited to where it's like, oh, I gotta play this as soon as possible, right? But yeah, for those of you that are, I think, PST, that's gonna be, I think, 11 p.m., right? So it's, I guess, better for y'all. And then for those of you on the East Coast, it's gonna be, I think, 2 a.m. So yeah, for America, it's pretty bad. I'm wondering if they're basing it off of Japan time, because I don't know, this game, it really feels like they're trying to really focus on this being like a, I don't know if it's Japanese. I mean, it is a Japanese game, right? It's Dragon Ball, right? But previous games and stuff, they usually don't have that as late, but I think it's because it's a mobile game. That's why I feel like mobile games, they do really, really late night, early morning, you know, releases or whatever for their shit. And I think that's why, because this is, but I know this was focused. The main, you know, console it was supposed to be on was mobile, right? And then it's like, oh, let's bring it to the other consoles, right? But other than that, let's go over sign-up information, okay? Because we also have news and all this stuff. Like, they have an official website now that you can go to, which is pretty crazy. Like, let's open up the website, and let me just show you the little animation and stuff. The logo looks sick. We already have 2 confirmed new characters that weren't in the beta, Caulifla and First Form Frieza, which I would assume he can transform and stuff. So, again, it's going to be on PS5, PS4, Steam, the App Store, Google Play, and Nintendo Switch. Now, you can't sign up or anything for those, and you can't really sign up for the beta yet, in a way, but the way that I would do it is you would just click on the links. So, for PS5, okay, I opened it up here. Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. Go ahead and sign into your PlayStation account and just put it on your wish list, okay? We had the same thing for other games in the past. This way, you'll, I guess, get like a notification of when they are dropping the beta. So that's all we have for now, right? And then for Steam, it's the same thing. Just add it to your wish list once you sign in, right? So let's go over the actual like website, like what we need to know about it, everything about it. Like it looks really, really flashy and stuff. So 4v4 team battle, we know how the game works. For those of you who have played it, if you haven't played it, it's a MOBA. Okay, it's League of Legends. What is it, Dota, I think, and Pokemon Unite. If you've played those games before and you like it, you will like this game, right? And they definitely polished things up a lot from what I saw in the new trailer, which we'll go over in just a second. Everything looks really good. They have some screenshots here, kind of scrolling around. Nothing new on this that I can see, but let's go over the specs, because I think the specs are going to be extremely important to know. So let's go over Switch, okay? TV mode, as expected, 1080p. Tabletop handheld will be 720. Obviously, no 4K. Now, on Switch, it's showing 30 FPS. I don't know how the Switch 2 and everything works, if it will increase that or not, or if you'll have to get a Switch 2 version. But they didn't confirm a Switch 2 version, right? Like a specific version for the Switch 2. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. You know, Pokemon got an update for that, so I don't know. We'll see if that happens. We'll see if they're gonna do that or not. If it's at 30 FPS, it's not a big deal. I'll likely be playing this on PS5 over anything, because the fact that it got announced on PS5, that was literally the best case scenario for this game, and I think it's gonna have a very, very long longevity. Like, the longevity of this game is gonna be crazy. It might just be one of the most successful Dragon Ball games, because it has crossplay and cross-save at launch, and it's going to be on all of these consoles. Like, that's something that Sparking Zero doesn't have, Xenoverse 2 doesn't have, Fighters doesn't have. The only game that has it is Breakers, and a lot of people don't really care for Breakers, okay? I think a lot more people are willing to try out this game because there is, in a sense, like, fighting. It's not a fighting game, but, like, the way it plays is a lot more exciting than Breakers, in my opinion. Breakers is like a suspenseful, like, thriller horror type of game, so that's not everybody's like cup of tea or genre, right? So requires paid subscription for online features. I mean, it's saying not required. I mean, you're gonna have to have online you have to pay for online to play online, you know what I mean? Local multiplayer number, offline player support, so there's no local multiplayer, I guess, you know, expected. It's going to be in both Japanese and English for audio, so there's going to be dub. And then, of course, you have all the other languages. For Switch, it's going to say 5 gigabytes or more, cross-platform, progression, and commerce, whatever the fuck that means. Checks on all the consoles. So let's go over PS4. Okay, it'll have 4K, it'll have 60 FPS. The game isn't super graphically intensive. You only need 5 gigs on Switch and only 7 gigs on PS4, okay? And then same thing, 5.5 gigs or more on PS5. So it's not a big game. It's not a big game at all. Now, with PS5, let's scroll over here. 4K quality mode can switch to menu option. There's no HDR. I mean, this game doesn't really need HDR. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Performance mode, 120 FPS quality mode. Oh, okay, so you can switch between it, right, from what it said. PS4 is just 60 FPS, okay? So I would probably put it on... I guess it would be, I guess performance mode would be the best if you want it. I mean, if you can even have a 120 FPS, right? If your shit supports it, right? Steam, of course, Steam, you can do like 8K. Is that 8K? Whatever the fuck that is, right? Let me see here. Frame rate during optimal conditions. PC and Steam, you'll have a lot more flexibility for the settings. You'll be able to do a lot of different things, but I think most of y'all that have a PS5, just get on PS5. PS5 is always going to run the smoothest, right? It's going to, you know, the problem with PCs, even if you have a really good PC, sometimes you have to fuck with the settings like crazy. And I'm going to be so for real with you guys right now. If you are going to get into this beta, I would say if you have a console, do it on console, because the PC versions of anything when it comes to betas, demos, or even the ports, it always gets shafted, okay? I'm just saying that. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, right? But I'm just saying that for now, just in case, because I don't want you guys to, you know, finally get into the beta and it's like this version on Steam or PC and it's all fucked up, right? That's just from the past that has shown that the PC Steam versions are always like scuffed as hell, bro. iOS and Android, I mean, if you played it, it's not going to look as good, right? But it'll probably run better, which surprisingly, it'll probably run and look better than Nintendo Switch, right? As crazy as that sounds, but it just depends on your device, right? If you have like the best iPhone, like the most recent iPhone or the most recent Galaxy S, what is it, 25, 26, 25,000, whatever the fuck it is, yeah, you'll be good to go, right? Minimum recommend specification PC and mobile. I'm not going to go over all the details on that. You don't need a super, super high-end thing like minimum recommended, okay? iPhone 11 for minimum or iPhone 13 or later for recommended. I think they're on iPhone 16 or 17 or some shit now. And then Android, that's like, what is it? Probably like S20. Like very old devices by now, right? They do have an official Discord, so I would recommend joining that. And then they have their Twitter page, which we went over. Website's so snazzy and nice. If you go to how to play, we know how to play the game. Like I said, if you've played it, you'll have 3 different types. You'll have a tank, damage, or technical. Tanky is going to be defensive. Damage is going to be damage-based, like physical, like more combat. You're going to be doing the highest attack damage. And then technical is, I guess it would be like support, like Krillin and probably like little kid Gohan or whatever if he was technical. Vegeta, from what my experience of the game, Vegeta was the best character in my opinion. He was a tank. I think Trunks, he might have been technical, which I wasn't a big fan of. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember. Obviously, Goku is really good. He's going to be your, like, I guess, vanilla, balanced character for the most part. I mean, as balanced as you can get with a character, but they do transform. But yeah, Vegeta was really good. For a game like this, I feel like a tank is always nice to have, but you need to have a good team. Like, don't make a team, like, if you're going to team with somebody, like, it would be awful to have, like, 3 tanks and then, like, 1 damage. Like, you got to have a balance. Like, at least have 1 tank, 1 damage, 1 technical, and then probably either have another tank or a damage character, right? That would be my team if I was ideally doing it. So we'll go over all the characters and shit because they don't have it up here, but we'll go over all the characters in just a second. We already went over specs, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the website. There's nothing much else going on other than signing up. So again, signups, I'll link it down below where you can sign it up, testing period and everything that you need to know about. Let's go over the characters that were shown in the trailer. So shout out to Hydros because he went over that. Some of these are not, I can't say that they're confirmed playable or not, but we'll just go over it, right? Goku will have base and Super Saiyan because some characters can transform. Vegeta and Trunks, same situation, base and Super Saiyan. Krillin, first form Frieza was new. Okay, now Zarbon and Dodoria, I believe they are supports. They are part of Frieza, like his moveset. I could be wrong about that, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure Zarbon and Dodoria will be playable in some capacity, right? If not now, maybe later. But these are probably all the characters that are going to be playable in the beta, right? Bojack was confirmed as a new character. He has base and he can go full power. Same thing with Cooler. He was in the beta previously, so he's got his, what is it, 3rd form, and then final form, which is 4th. I could be wrong about that. Whatever. Dabura, he's new, I believe. Majin Buu was in there in the previous one. Android 18, Gohan Kid, Piccolo, Zamasu, those are all in there. Now, Super Saiyan Caulifla and Oob, and I believe... No, I think it's Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla because she only has the 1 bang, right? I think that was Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. Yeah. So I think that was a mistake on his part, but whatever. And then Oob, Maju, right? Not a transformable one, just a Majub. Let's go over the trailer real quick so we can see everything, and we'll break everything down. All right, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do the announcement trailer. This should be full quality. Hopefully no weird shit. All right, so we have the Frieza Force here. Love these intros and stuff. I'd assume those are intros. 4v14 battle. So some of the characters that I want to go over in this, and again, some of them are support, can be support, right? What am I seeing here? I saw someone that looked familiar. So we get Bojack, Frieza, Zarbon, and Dodoria. I'm going to assume they are playable because right here it's showing the 4 characters, right, on each team. So I'm going to assume they are playable. I saw somebody say that they were support, so we just have this guy who's like an OG Dragon Ball like monster or just whatever. Right there. Let me actually just... Who is that? That is the God of Destruction, I think, of Universe 2, 3, 4. I think it's 3 or 4. So there's this new thing, I think it's called Gekishin Burst. That's going to be like a new mechanic, I think, that wasn't in the previous thing. I love that, how they integrated that in the trailer. So Frieza fucks Krillin up and then Goku transforms. So full dub. Looks great. Very hard to see if there are any other extra characters here because it goes so fast. I think that's Zarbon and Dodoria. We have Fat Boo, Krillin, Android 18, Kid Gohan. These are all the characters from the previous shit. We have Kid Gohan fucking Bojack up, so he's new. So they have like these team things, which are really cool. You got Cooler, which was in the previous beta. Can't see what's going on here. I think that's Vegeta. That's the only thing about MOBAs that I'm not a big fan of. And I know that's how it is, but everything's so small. Like everything's tiny. Like it's from like a top-down view, but it's like really zoomed out, and the characters are tiny, tiny, tiny. So that's why it's like watching somebody play League or watching somebody play Pokemon Unite, in my opinion, is not something that I would do. Like I would rather just play the game. This is one of those, the few exceptions would I rather play the game than watch. For me personally, I usually like watching people play games. I do obviously enjoy playing the games, but this is one of those games where it's like, yeah, no, I'm not watching somebody play this. Like it's not, it's just so small. So yeah, we got the transformations. Everything looks pretty much the same here. They have their special attacks that you can swap out and do different attacks. Like Goku has the "you fool" like that shit. So that's pretty cool. That was in the beta. And I love the logo. It's such a nice, like, creative, like, look on it. It's the Dragon Ball Gekishin, and then the A is a 4 because it's a 4v4. So yeah, it is confirmed that Caulifla will be in. I didn't see her in the actual gameplay of it, but there is some stuff on the actual thing, the other video, which we'll go over. So as you can see on screen, we have the actual character select, all the abilities. It looks like they revamped it, and it looks a lot nicer. So we have Goku, Dabura, Piccolo, Trunks, Android 18, Bojack who can transform, and then Majub right there, okay? So that's how we know that those are the other confirmed playable characters. Other than that, I don't think there was... I mean, there's Tambourine there, but that's just like a regular like mofo that you can fight. Here are some of the support. You have Farmer with the shotgun, Kaba, what is it, the mayor or whatever. We have Bubbles, I think. In the main rule, other than that, I mean, Dragon Ball before the enemy team, I don't think eliminating gods of destructions that stand in their way. There was anything else in terms of the gameplay. Again, we had our confirmation of crossplay, cross save. I still think that's insane at launch, dude. I'm seeing Ribrianne. Is she? I think she's like a support. I could be wrong. I'm trying to see if there's any other character changes, because I went through the trailer and I don't recall there being anything else. Something about the Great Ape, which was a feature before. They said that they're taking that out and they're going to implement that into like a different way in the future. So that's like one of the changes, because I think people complained about it. And they have this new thing that they're implementing is called Divine Draw. So you'll get like a random, like I guess it's like an ability or something. Before you start the game, so it's like enemy heroes and enemy NPCs explode when KO'd, blows away nearby enemies. This one right here, obtain tons of EXP when you KO EXL Jr. So yeah, your character throughout each game, if you guys don't know how like League and shit works, is like your character will progressively level up. So you want to fight like little minions and like other dudes who are just there. You want to fight them and try to gain as much EXP as you possibly can, because you want to level up your character, because the stronger your level is, the more powerful your character is going to be. You're going to do more damage. So it just all depends. Like, fight the Cell Juniors and shit. Like, do all this. Like, it's very important that you do that if you want to be successful. There's Bojack there. And there's Beerus. Like, the Gods of Destruction, there's Caulifla. So she is in base, so she can transform. So it looks like they're not even... I would assume that they're not going to give her Super Saiyan. It's just going to go straight to Super Saiyan 2. I feel like all the Dragon Ball games do that these days now. But, yeah, that's who I'm thinking is going to be part of the beta. Was everybody that we just listed on there before. So that is it. That is everything that you need to know about the new Dragon Ball game, Gekishin Squadra. It is set to release this year. There's no release date yet. Going to assume it will probably be either fall or maybe late winter, or it could be the summer. After this beta test, they could drop it like probably like, I don't know, maybe like July or August. I feel like there's too much going on with other Dragon Ball games, but we'll see. Okay, I don't want to predict it too much. When it happens, it happens. We have the beta. We're going to be able to try this out next week. It's going to be great. For those of you that are looking forward to this, awesome. If you don't care about this game, I totally get it. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's going to be a free-to-play game, right? The beta is going to be free, and then the game itself will be free, as far as I know. That's what they stated on the official like website and stuff, okay? And of course, there will probably be microtransactions and everything as well. But yeah, give the game a chance, right? This is going to be something that, again, you can cross-play, play with your friends from other consoles. If your buddy has a PS5, you can play on PC, or you can play on Switch, right? Or even on your fucking mobile device. Like, it's awesome, right? You can squad up. I'm pretty sure invite people that you want to. There's going to be a ton of different characters. It's going to be a fun game. So thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe here to the channel, ring my notification bell. Guys, I will keep you up to date with all the Gekishin Squadra news and just Dragon Ball news in general. Peace out.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.